Good morning. My name is Jenna Bender, and I've been working with the VA Learning University on their career development program, My Career at VA. You're all here today because you're the supervisor or mentor of someone who's registered to participate in CareerPower. As a VA supervisor or mentor, either formally or informally, you play an influential role in helping VA achieve its mission and vision by supporting the development of those around you. Our presentation today will be about 30 minutes with some time for questions at the end. So we'll start with a quick review of what career development is, why it matters, and VA's approach to career development. And then I'd like to take you through CareerPower, discussing the 5 modules that employees will be completing and how you can support them throughout the course. Then I'd like to talk you through ways that you can use My Career at VA and general best practices to support your employee. So, the VA knows that its employees are its most valuable resource, and that committed, engaged, and productive employees are really the key to best serving our veterans and their families. As supervisors and mentors, the leadership and guidance you provide to your employees plays a huge role in the success of the agency. That's why the department has made a commitment to supporting you by investing in powerful career development programs to provide each and every employee with equal access to the tools you need to take charge of your career, feel fulfilled as a valued member of the VA community, and as a supervisor or mentor to help you develop those around you. So, what is career development? The truth is, it can take many shapes depending on who you are and where you are in your career. So, career development includes activities such as determining career goals, understanding personal and professional interests, exploring job options, and identifying the training and developmental opportunities needed to accomplish your goals. So overall, career development is intentional, it aligns with organizational goals and the employee's aspirations, it encompasses a variety of activities from goal setting to on-the-job training, and overall, career development is really an opportunity for an organization to maximize the potential of its workforce. Employees want to engage in career development because it enables them to really grow and develop as a person and in their career, but also because it provides them with a sense of purpose within the organization and a passion to do their job well. As a supervisor or mentor, a majority of your interactions with an employee or the employees that you support are likely related to career development in some way or another. And this is valuable because career development doesn't only benefit individuals. Engaging employees in career development can provide long-term strategic benefits to an organization, such as increased productivity and profitability, while also decreasing things like absenteeism and turnover. So the VA believes that when you're in the right job, your pride and purpose serve VA's mission of better serving veterans and their families. So to ensure that VA's employees have the career development resources that they need, the department established the VA Learning University. As the department's corporate learning university, Value provides a wide range of resources to support career development through a host of valuable programs, including things like the Talent Management System, or TMS, and My Career at VA. Value introduced My Career at VA to serve as the cornerstone of these career development programs and an entryway to your professional journey at the VA. So, My Career at VA provides a variety of practical tools to help you take the next step in your career, and it can serve as an invaluable resource in your toolkit as you assist others as a supervisor or mentor. So My Career at VA, the program includes the My Career Fit tool, which helps you match your interests to a number of jobs that you may have never even knew existed within VA. And whether you enjoy leading projects or working with your hands, the My Career Fit tool can really help you identify those VA jobs that will fulfill you. The My Career Mapping tool, which can help you navigate the career landscape in front of you, really helps you build that step-by-step plan that matches your career goals and then helps you uncover the different knowledge and resources that you may need to make that plan a reality. Next, the VA Career Guides are really your window to all of these career possibilities. And this tool can really help you drill down into the occupations and jobs at VA to see what you'll need to succeed, such as the training and developmental opportunities and just the different networking that you can do to really help you get there. Next, we have the My Federal Resume Builder, which provides you with all the resources you need to create a federally formatted resume that really highlights your skills. And then lastly, we have the VA Job Finder. And this tool allows you to search for job openings and view the positions on an interactive map. But in addition to these 5 tools, My Career at VA has a wealth of additional developmental resources. In particular, the My Career at VA program has a wide range of resources geared towards helping VA members like yourself who are leaders and advisors in the VA community, who support the growth and development of those around you. And you can find those resources in the Develop Others section of the My Career at VA portal. And in addition to these primary tools and resources, My Career at VA hosts training courses like CareerPower. CareerPower is being offered at the DC Medical Center in partnership with the My Career at VA launch event that was hosted at the facility on Monday, July 29th. So hopefully many of you were able to attend either one of the employee sessions or the session for supervisors or mentors, or at a minimum, you were at least able to stop by the My Career at VA booth. Either way, you're here today because someone you supervise or mentor has signed up for CareerPower. By signing up for CareerPower, that employee is really taking a critical step in initiating their career development and showing that motivation to progress in their career. In order to help you better support them as they complete the CareerPower course, let's talk through what CareerPower is and what that employee taking CareerPower will be required to do to complete the course, and the ways that you can prepare yourself to support them throughout the course. CareerPower is an online self-paced career development course consisting of 5 modules. And these modules provide step-by-step guidance for people who may want additional support as they prepare to explore that career development landscape in front of them. This course will guide employees through the entire career development process, starting with understanding themselves through developing goals and identifying paths that they can take to achieve those goals. It'll help employees identify the experiences, learning environment, values, skills, and interests that are most likely to increase their level of satisfaction with their career choices and their work productivity. In addition, they'll gain knowledge while continuing to grow and develop throughout their career. So, as part of completing CareerPower and each of the 5 modules associated with it, employees will apply the CareerPower model to design their own career development strategy. They'll assess their own values, interests, skills, and behaviors. They'll gain a deeper understanding of their skills and behaviors by comparing their self-assessments to others' assessments of them. They'll select several options to leverage their career by using the CareerPower model. They'll know where to find additional information about business challenges and trends at VA and knowing how to link those to their career. They'll develop goals that are SMART, so specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, based on their desired career direction. They'll also define areas of development based on those career goals. And they'll create a personalized action plan, or an IDP, with developmental activities and resources to help them really achieve those goals. And then they'll plan and practice their career conversations for when they start having those developmental conversations with their supervisor. So what does all of this mean for you? What this means is that someone at VA sees you as a trusted and influential person in their career, and as such, they're hoping that you'll help them become a better VA employee. And your support in relation to this course is short-term and it's fairly informal. As your employee or mentee is working through the course, they may come to you with questions, requests for feedback, or to help them complete particular activities, or to maybe have some conversations around where they currently are and where they'd like to go. So please take the time to help the employee work through the CareerPower modules and discuss those key learning points and realizations and obstacles and possible developmental opportunities. Again, your role here is really to serve as a sounding board for these developmental conversations. So, as you can see, the timeline for CareerPower is shown here. Employees were able to register for CareerPower anytime during the launch event at your facility, so many of them may have even started working through the course at this point. They'll then complete the first 2 modules of the course, and then they're expected to have a meeting with you to discuss some of the outcomes of the module's activities. They'll then complete the following 2 modules, followed by another meeting to discuss any outcomes and any themes that seem to be occurring. Lastly, they'll complete the final module of CareerPower, and this needs to be completed by August 26th. So please make sure to talk to your employee or mentee about timelines if they appear to be at risk of not meeting this deadline. So Now let's look at each of these modules in more depth and discuss the goals and activities for each module and the types of questions you may get from your employee as they complete each module. We'll also quickly identify some of the MyCareerVA resources you can use to be prepared to answer the questions that may come your way. So in Module 1 is the self-assessment component of CareerPower. Or self-awareness, or even the lack of it, can really affect your career choices and the decisions that an employee makes. So as an employee, if they can't effectively answer questions like, who am I? They're going to struggle to really effectively plan their career until they can truly answer that question. So this module will help them explain the importance of understanding values and what is meaningful to the employee. And as part of Module 1, employees will complete a series of activities to help answer these questions. And these activities include the Career Action Inventory, which will help employees assess their level of awareness of the 5 P's of career development, the Learning Zones activity, which evaluates the employee's level of proficiency and identified competencies against the proficiency level of competencies expected of all employees. And then based on that assessment, the employee is given the opportunity to receive feedback from up to 6 people to really help them better understand those results. In the Invest in Your Values activity, the employees will assess their key values to help them gain clarity on what's important to them. Then, using the STAR method, employees will identify their 3 greatest accomplishments and make sure to format those in the STAR method, which is the situation, task, action, and results. Then, in the Deal Me In activity, employees will use a card sorting tool to sort specific activities or tasks into 4 categories. And then based on how they sort those cards into the different categories, the tool will then identify some potential ideal jobs that just are associated with those card sorting tools. So what types of questions might you get from an employee who's currently working through Module 1? They may ask you things like, what's my level of proficiency and where am I with these competencies? What if I don't have 3 accomplishments to document? Or what do my Deal Me In results mean? What if I don't believe that my ideal job is really my ideal job? So while you'll want to use your knowledge of the employee and your best judgment to answer many of these questions, there are some MyCareerVA tools that can really help you during these conversations. So for example, the MyCareer Mapping tool and the VA Career Guides are great resources to help employees get a better understanding of the competencies and proficiency levels expected from VA employees. You can also direct an employee to the VA All-Employee Competency Model, because this will also help identify some of those competency expectations. Additionally, the MyCareer Fit tool is a really great resource to use if employees are struggling to understand their Deal Me In results. The MyCareer Fit tool is similar to the Deal Me In activity in that it helps employees identify VA jobs that may be a strong match for them, but the Fit tool uses a slightly different set of factors to identify what those job matches are. So having an employee complete the Fit tool and compare those results to the Deal Me In results could be a really helpful way to help provide that employee with some clarity. The next module is about the person. And in this module, employees will assess their reputation and learn how to effectively solicit feedback. All the careers involve other people. Every workspace revolves around interactions with a wide variety of people, and their different perspectives can really have an impact on an employee's career. So answering questions like, how do others see me, can really allow an employee to determine others' perceptions and how those can support their career goals. So employees can use the feedback that they receive from people in Module 1 to enhance their skills and change performance habits, emphasize strengths, develop weak areas, and create more effective career plans. So as part of Module 2, employees will complete a series of activities to kind of help them answer some of these questions. In the Choose Your Reputation activity, the employee is asked to describe how he or she would like others to see him or her. And then they're asked to describe actions that they should take to make that happen, to really get people to see them in that way. Then, in the Your Feedback Reality activity, employees review feedback from the Learning Zones activity of Module 1, and they're asked, did anything surprise them regarding the feedback, if they agreed with the feedback, or if they want more clarification. Then, in the feedback wheel activity, the employee is given a guide on how to solicit that feedback so that they really can gain that extra perspective. So as part of Module 2, again, someone may come to you for some help and some assistance, and you can really assist them by talking through what those results were from Module 1's Learning Zones activity, and talk to them about specific people within the organization that they can reach out to for feedback. And then also just talk through with them some effective methods for soliciting feedback. A solid resource to support you during these conversations is also the VA Career Guides, because you can use the VA Career Guides to help identify competency expectations as part of your Learning Zones conversation. Also, there's a Prepare for Your IDP conversation tip sheet on My Career at VA that can be helpful in identifying ways to effectively solicit feedback. After the employee has completed Modules 1 and 2, they should reach out to you to schedule a meeting to discuss the results of these modules. If you haven't heard anything from your employee about scheduling a meeting in the next few days, try reaching out to them to get this meeting scheduled. It'll help them stay on task and make sure that they complete the course on time. As a part of this meeting, you'll likely discuss the self-assessment activities and any themes that might have surfaced. You'll review the Learning Zones feedback and the reputation management content. You'll also review competencies that the employee may have marked as critical. So, talking through these questions or concerns, in addition, they may express some questions that they have about starting Module 3 and 4. Your employee really should be the one driving this meeting, but be prepared to help foster the conversation with some probing questions. Things like, how do they feel the activities went, or were they surprised by any of the results that they received? During this conversation, you should probably schedule the second meeting for a week or so later so that you can discuss the outcomes of Module 3 and 4. In Module 3, the employee will explore future trends for VA and their implications for career planning. They'll develop a deeper understanding of the effect of corporate culture on career planning, and they'll plan a strategy to build more effective networking relationships. Before an employee can really execute effective development actions, they need to understand the world of work around them. And this includes identifying broad trends and challenges, evaluating all the aspects of their current job, exploring VA's norms and cultures, and utilizing effective networking skills. Equipping themselves with this knowledge allows them to weigh their options and really make informed career choices. So as a part of Module 2, employees will complete some activities to help them answer these questions. In the Norms and Cultures activity, the employee is instructed to really think critically about the organization and things like what's considered an allowable versus an unallowable behavior. Then, in the Building Relationships activity, the employee is given tips on how to build powerful networking relationships. And they'll do this by thinking through the what, the who, and the how of relationships. During Module 3, your employee may come to you with some questions about VA's culture and how to define the relationships that they have. So you can provide support by sharing your knowledge and understanding of VA's culture and your facility's culture. Also, you can help by talking through any specific questions that they have regarding their relationships and the people in your facility who can really help them get a better understanding. During these conversations, you can use the My Career Mapping tool to help employees identify VA trends, such as growth in the field or how competitive their field is given the number of VA employees in that position. Additionally, you can use the VA Career Guides to explore other relationships that employees can use to support their career development, such as professional associations. In Module 4, the employee will examine their life ambitions, kind of as a backdrop for creating their professional goals. They'll evaluate the 6 possibilities available for professional growth, and they'll develop goals for realistic career options. As part of Module 4, employees will complete the following activities to help them answer these questions. In the Visioning the Future activity, employees will answer questions to help them define their personal vision, their energy vision, and their professional vision. With their personal vision being, what are those relationships that are most important to them? Their energy vision being, what keeps them in good shape and spiritually, revived? And then in their professional vision, what kind of work is the employee contributing to and what work gives them satisfaction? Then, in the Career Leverage Inventory activity, The employee will complete a survey consisting of 15 paired statements that assesses their preferences in terms of career leverage. The employee is then asked to assess how likely he or she is to achieve that particular leverage option. Then lastly, in the Setting Career Goals activity, employees are asked to write up at least 2 career goals using the SMART method. During Module 4, your employee may come to you with questions about the feasibility of leveraging these certain career options, and also come to you with guidance on how to write SMART goals. You can really support your employee by reviewing the results of the inventory with them and showing them how the My Career Mapping tool can help them see the different career moves that they can leverage. You can also support your employee by reviewing their goals and ensuring that they're following the SMART method of goal setting. You can also refer your employee to the Maximize Your IDP tip sheets on My Career VA for more information on how they can write SMART goals, and you can also reference the VA Career Guide's training and developmental opportunities for ideas on training-related goals that they can incorporate. After Modules 3 and 4 have been completed, you'll meet again to discuss the outcomes of these activities and to talk through if any interesting themes kind of became apparent across the modules. During this conversation, you can review the culture at VA and ensure that the employee understands appropriate and inappropriate behaviors. You can also talk about what's changing in the world of work at VA and discuss how the employee envisions their future, both personally and professionally. You can discuss the results of the career leverage inventory and the career options that they've selected, and you can review the SMART model and the career goals that they've developed. Lastly, you can walk through the steps of putting their developmental plan together. After the second meeting, the employee is ready to begin the last module of CareerPower, planning. In this module, the employee will pull together all of the insights that they've gained from the previous modules, and they'll use that to write an action plan. They'll also prepare for developmental conversations with their supervisor or their formal mentor. So successful career development involves more than just thinking and self-assessment. Success really requires that clear plan of action that powerfully turns your goals into realities. So during the 5th and final module of CareerPower, employees will complete 2 activities. They'll write an action plan, and during this activity, the employee is asked to pick one of the 2 career goals that he set in the previous module, and then they're asked to write the actions that they need to achieve that goal. So for example, is there any education that they need to pursue, any learning opportunities or stretch assignments? What are the connections that they need to make? Are there resources either inside or outside of the organization that they need to pursue? And then also setting a timetable so that they can realistically pursue and achieve that plan. And the second activity of Module 5 is to complete the Conversation Planner. And the Conversation Planning is a guide to really help employees discuss all of this information that they've accumulated with their supervisor in a comprehensive and holistic way. So you can really help an employee with this final module by reviewing their action plan and offering some developmental experiences that could help them better achieve their goals. You can also make sure to follow up with the employee after they complete the course and check in to make sure that they have prepared that conversation planner prior to meeting with you or their formal supervisor. So to better prepare yourself to provide support for these conversations, you can take the Having Developmental Conversations course and review the Discussing Career Development tips on My Career VA. I hope that by seeing the types of activities that your employee will be engaging in, you've begun thinking of ways that you can support them outside of the recommendations provided here. Before we conclude our presentation today, I just wanted to talk through a few additional ways that you can maximize your support during CareerPower and afterwards. So, first off, just make sure to provide a safe and supportive environment. Your employee identified you because they see you as a trusted resource. Make sure that you're respectful of that relationship and really maintain that trust. Next, be open to having developmental conversations. Sometimes this may mean giving difficult feedback, and know that the employee wouldn't be coming to you if they weren't open to hearing that feedback, both good or bad. Also, practice active listening and ask insightful questions. Really make sure that you're helping your employee get to the root of some of their questions by ensuring that you hear their concerns clearly. Don't be afraid to ask probing questions to dig into the deeper issues. Also, Be responsive and timely with feedback. As we've said, employees have until August 26th to complete this course, so waiting to receive feedback or schedule meetings may delay their timeline and put them at risk of not completing the course. Lastly, be honest and realistic during goal-setting conversations. This doesn't mean that you have to be the bearer of bad news, but just make sure that employees have a realistic understanding of the barriers that may come with certain goals, such as needing additional schooling, or maybe just the sheer limited number of jobs available. In the file pod on the upper right-hand side of the training room, you'll see a best practices tip sheet. You can click on that file and then click download so that you can use that as an additional resource with even more tips of how you can be supportive. I really appreciate you taking a vested interest in the development and success of the employees that you support. And please remember that My Career at VA can be a powerful tool to help you and your employees throughout the career development process and the CareerPower program. So at this time, I just want to open up the floor to see if anyone has any questions about the CareerPower program or how you'll be supporting your employee throughout the course. If you have any questions, just feel free to type them into the chat box in the training room. Okay, so it looks like there aren't any questions, but if you do have any questions later on about how to support your employee as they're going through the course, don't hesitate to reach out to the My Career VA team. You can contact us by emailing mycareer@va.gov or simply through the Contact Us page on the My Career at VA website. If you do email us, please make sure to indicate that your question is in relation to supporting a CareerPower program employee. So thank you again for joining us today, and I really hope that you'll find this program useful, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.